we explore up, huh? We'll get started. Yes, hi, hello. Okay, yep, good boy. Hold on. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Meet the Dog. I'm Chris, and with me today is Davis. Davis is from the Christmas litter, born back on Christmas 2021. Yeah, that sounds about right. So he'll be turning 2 soon, actually. His parents are Capri and Trip, same parents of the Poppins litter, so he is their older brother. He eats 3 times a day now. We have him on lunch now. He needs to gain a little bit of weight. He's getting a little skinny. So he eats 3 cups breakfast and dinner, and then I believe he's getting either 1.5 cups or 2 cups for lunch. I can't remember off the top of my head. But last time we weighed them, I do believe he was one of our biggest, second only to Fred. He was around 140-ish, I want to say, 140, 145. Fred was like in the 150s, I believe. But he is the second largest that we got. He's a very good boy, real sweetheart. Also, our drooliest dog, we have to change his water several times a day because he will change it, he'll drink it, and then will immediately need to be changed again. He's doing pretty well in his training. He has a bit of a problem where when he gets nervous, he goes full head swivel. And then 2, I saw on the notes the last few times that they took him out, he had a tendency of pulling ahead. So he's a little bit anxious. That's something that's going to kind of have to definitely be ironed out before he goes out as a service dog. But he really is. He's such a sweet boy. He is such a good boy. I love him so much. Aren't you your big love, huh? Such a big love. Good boy. Such a good boy. Yeah. So let's open it up to some questions about Mr. Davis. What's you doing over there? What you doing? Davis, come. Good boy. Good boy, Davis. That was very good. Hey, wanna help out me? Come. Wanna help over here with me? Come on. Who do you smell, huh? Who do you smell? Okay, Davis. Down, Davis. Down. Good boy. That was very good. Yes. Oh, yeah, because of that, I think I got, there you go. Good boy, Davis. Barbie asks, what is something you love about Davis? What is there not to love? Besides the drool. He's a really, I'm trying to think of a good word for it. He's very lovable, very cuddly. A lot of the Christmas litter are like that, where they're really like, you spend it, if you sit in the kennel with them, they will curl up right with you. And especially with him, where he's this huge, big lug, it's really fun to have him curl up with you. He's such a good boy too. He's really well behaved. Doesn't get along super well with other boys. That's kind of a bit of a sticking point. But beyond that, he is very well behaved. And I just really, he's such a sweet boy. I really do love that about him. That he's just that him and his brothers and sisters really are just such cuddly kids. Barbie asks, is he more of a leader or a follower? That's a good question. I think maybe more of a follower. Just because he's got that anxiety in him. He does like to act tough around his brothers. He likes to act tough. I think he might be a bit more of a follower. Crafty asks, what type of recipient do you think he will perform best with? Honestly, tall. Someone on the taller side. I think someone probably with a more calm nature and lifestyle, just because he does have a bit of anxiety, and we're definitely going to be trying to smooth that out a bit before we put him out as a service dog. But I think that if someone kind of has just a calm nature, a calm lifestyle, I really think that will do wonders for him going forward. And then I really think that personality-wise, he'll do well with just about anyone, just because he's such a love bug that I think anyone that gets him will fall in love with him immediately. I would love to have him as my own, but there's no way he would fit in my place. Too big. I already got Emma. There's no way I could have her and one that big. Let's see. Barb V asks, if Davis could pick a human from SDP to go on an adventure with, who would he pick? I mean, I would hope it would be me. I'm not too sure, though. But you know what? Since there's literally no one around right now who can contradict me, I'm just going to say me. Crafty asks, how is he in traffic and public transit? I think he does get a bit nervous around traffic. Most of them do. I think he especially, I think I've heard some stories about him not doing well. I don't know if that's changed or not. I didn't see any notes about that from the quick look that I did. But I have definitely heard stories of him getting a bit jittery around traffic. I don't know about public transit. I don't know if he's been on any buses or anything like that just yet. Barb V asks, does he ever get into any mischief? Yes. Yes. He was, at one point in time, a poop eater. Still a little bit of one. Definitely not as much as he once was, but every once in a while, I'll catch him in the act. He doesn't get along very well. I mentioned this earlier. He doesn't get along very well with his brothers. They have him, Jack, Wallace, Spock, especially Spock. They have a tendency to fence fight with each other. Especially Spock, though, because those three used to bully Spock when they were a bit younger. If we ever fed him lunch in his kennel, they would start, especially Davis, they would start barking at him and growling at him. So they don't get along super well, so that's kind of a bit of a thing that I have to every once in a while yell at him for. If him and Spock are fence fighting, if him or Jack are fence fighting. We had to separate him and Jack pretty early on because they got into, I think, 2 or 3 fights, I want to say. I've seen 2, and I think there was a third that I wasn't there for. All 3 of them, they were fine, no serious injuries. I think at worst, just a couple scrapes. So he's no angel, I'll tell you that. But he has improved quite a bit. He is doing a lot better. He's a whiner when it comes to food. He does whine a lot. Hasn't been doing it as much. I think that's just because we have him on Donkey Hill and not Flatfield. But he does whine quite a bit for his food. Swoon asks, how tall are the kennels in the back? My husband saw a dog stand up and stretch and know 4 feet, and I said I thought they were more like 6 feet. Doesn't realize how tall they are standing up. I want to say the kennels are about, I want to say probably around like close to 6 feet tall. I'm like 5'11", 5'11 and a half, and they are about as tall as me. I do, at least in one of the kennels, I have hit my head on the overhead bar every once in a while. So I think the kennels are probably around 6 feet-ish, maybe a little bit less, but definitely in that range. The thing about them reaching the top, though, is that sometimes, if this is the Donkey Hill kennels, they have the loft ramps that they can actually stand on and then reach it. So they'll often stand on the ramps and basically stretch themselves from the loft ramp to the top of the kennel. Though Davis and then like Fred, when he was still here, they were definitely big enough that they could still reach it all the way without any assistance. Bard V asks, who does he like to play with the most? I want to say Sister. Him and Sister, we used to keep them together back when the Christmas Hunter were still like in pairs 2-2-2. Him and Sister were together for a very long time, and they still get along very well together. They'll play, if I put them both out on flat field or the pond, they'll run and run and run. So I think I would have to say Sister. They just get along very well. They always have. Yeah, it's definitely got to be Sister. Sister or maybe Jenny. All right, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes for any last-minute questions, though I think we've hit quite a few already, so. Oh, now you're settling down right when I call that, huh? You did very well, though. You did very well. Good point. Good point. Hi. Give it one more minute for any last-minute questions about Mr. Davis. So, hi. Hello. Hello. Such a good boy, huh? Such a good boy. Yep. Oh, you're a big lad. You're a big lad. You're a big lad, yes. Okay. So this is what I was talking about with the cuddliness. Glad we got that in right before we ended. All right, I think that's all the time we have. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I will be back next week with another dog. Until then, everyone take care. Okay. Well, now I don't want to get up. Oh, I get up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you know it. Yep. Okay. Let me just take care of. Oh, hold on. Take care of that. Nope. Come on. Why is. There we go.